morning. Sorry, I'm popping in a bit late. It was just one of those nights, one of those mornings. But go ahead and, now that we're here, make your way onto your mats and take a comfortable seated position. Go ahead and bring your hands to your knees, shoulders, drop down away from your ears. Letting the crown rise up towards the sky. And as you allow your eyes to close, if they're not already, go ahead and begin to take a few deep breaths. Bringing yourself into this moment, into your body. Just begin scanning your body. See if there's any places that you may be holding on to any tension. Gently allowing the eyes to open. Go ahead and interlace the fingers all the way to the webbing, pressing the hands forward. Inhale up. Breathing into the side body. Continue to press those hands back towards the back wall, wherever they're at. They may not be up by your ears, but keep working within the space in your body. And release. And switch the cross. Pressing that webbing forward. Inhale up. And release. Go ahead and take that left arm across, right hand behind your back. And twist. So lengthen, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. On your next inhale, coming forward. And on coming to the other side, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Go ahead and drop that right hand to the mat. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, bend. Continuing to reach out through that left hand, pressing through the right, gaining a little bit of space in both side bodies. Just a few deep breaths here, really filling that rib cage, inhaling and exhaling. Using the breath to move through the poses, to move any tension. Inhale up through center. Exhale over to the left, reaching out through those right fingertips, pressing in to that left hand. to center. Let's go ahead and come onto our backs. Well, come sideways on the mat anyways. We're going to start off with a little core right away. So maybe you keep your hands behind you. Inhaling the knees and calves up off the mat, so 90-degree in the knees, and then really drawing. So I'm not so much pushing through my hands as drawing from the core, from the front body, my chest forward. The hands are just there for support. Continuing to draw those legs up towards the chest, chest towards the legs. And releasing the legs down. The next one, the next boat Navasana, we're going to take our hands behind our thighs. So it'll be same thing, balancing on the sit bones. And ready, legs up, holding, drawing that chest forward, dropping those shoulders down away from the ears. And keep drawing those thighs in as you keep drawing that chest forward. Go ahead and take a block. Rolling down onto your back. And finding that spot. Sometimes I have to move my pony around, but finding that nice spot where your head can really rest on the mat, eyes gazing forward. You're going to walk those feet as close as you can into the body. We're going to start with a couple activated bridge poses, and then we're going to do a supported one. So if you have your block, go ahead and place that in between the thighs. You're going to be squeezing in on your block the whole time. And if I were to come around and pull on it, I wouldn't be able to pull the block out. Go ahead and bring your palms down by your sides. Again, once you begin to move up into this back bend, your head remains facing forward, gazing up, pressing into the feet, beginning to roll that tailbone up off the mat, and then all the spine, all the way up onto your shoulder blades, rolling your shoulders under and clasping your hands behind your back, squeezing into that block, pressing into the feet, opening the chest. Keep pressing through the backs of the hands. And releasing the shoulders, rolling the spine back to the mat. Go ahead and release the block. And then you're going to choose your height. You can start with the lowest height, maybe the medium, probably not the highest unless you do a lot of back bends. So maybe try starting with the lowest or the medium. And if you feel like you need more, you can try the highest. But we're going to begin by rolling up, placing that block under the sacrum, a little flat bone at the base of the spine, and releasing your hips back onto it. We still want to keep our knees tracking forward, so not falling out to the sides yet. We might get there. Placing the hands by the sides, palms down, and just relaxing into the block, allowing gravity to guide this back bend here. If you are interested in going a little deeper, maybe you try straightening your legs. If that's too much for the spine, please bend them again. took straight legs and want to bend them again, go ahead and do that now. Sorry, I should have directed that. And we're gonna get ready to press up off the block, but because we have been holding this back bend for a little while, I want you to really take it down slowly. You don't want to shock anything. So pressing up, releasing that block, and slow, 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 coming down, taking your time. My tailbone's not on the mat yet. And maybe all the way down now. Bringing your knees up towards your chest, just giving them a gentle hug. Maybe a little bit of rocking side to side. And go ahead and release the feet back to the mat. I'd love to take a little supported fish here too, especially if you have a block. So coming up to seated, if you don't, you can still do it on your elbows and at least do it for part of the time. These are all poses that can be done without blocks. And as you begin to make your way back onto your elbow, bring that block on its lowest setting right to the bottom of your shoulder blades, like mid to upper back. And it should be a place that feels pretty good. Your head should still be just off the top of the mat, and you'll bring the top of your head to the ground. If the top of your head doesn't reach the ground, come back up onto your elbows, roll onto your side, and maybe grab something. But on the lowest setting, the top of your head should touch the mat. It should feel pretty good. It shouldn't feel like pinching anywhere. If you feel any pinching, please use your elbows to come up and readjust. And as you're ready, lifting that head, pressing into the elbows just to roll onto one side. From there, you'll be able to move the block out of the way. And rolling back onto your back. I'm going to go ahead and continue with a little bit of core, and we might get to standing today, we might not. Go ahead and make a pillow with your hands behind the base of your skull. You're going to bring your knees up to 90 degrees with the shin to the ground, and rather than having it too far close to you, it's better to have it a little bit away for this if you can. But if you feel your back peeling up off the mat, then bring them back a little bit. But even right here, you should feel your core activating. You should feel like you have to press down to erase that gap between your spine and the floor. So my spine is, every vertebra is touching the floor. So I don't have an arch there now. I'm pushing it away with my core. And go ahead and release for a second. We're going to come back up into that. So you probably feel if you've relaxed, sorry, got tea on there. You probably feel if you've relaxed a little space between your lower back and the floor. Now go ahead and bring those knees and shins back up and make that gap go away. So tuck that belly button, activate those core muscles, make that gap go away. Inhale, shoulders and head up. Lengthen out that right leg. Right arm comes across at a diagonal. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left leg, left arm. Center, across. Center, across. A few more times. Across. And breathing here. You should feel a nice heat building already in your belly, in your core. And across, and center, and across, and center, and across. Center, release the head and neck, releasing the feet to the mat, and just relaxing for a moment. We're going to take a couple more. You can release your pillow. You can make a triangle with your hands. You don't have to if you feel like your core is strong enough already, but this just helps protect the lower back. So you'd put that triangle palms down, way, way, way down at the base of your spine, practically out from under you. So it's pretty much where we placed the block for bridge, but almost lower, almost even just a little bit lower. And that'll just help that belly button tuck, just because your hands are there and it has less movement, less mobility to be able to arch. So once you find that spot where your hands feel good, where your spine feels good, you're still activating the core though, even though the hands are there. Bringing the feet up towards the sky, pointing through the ball of your foot. Go ahead and release both legs towards the mat. Coming down as far as you would like, not touching the mat. Inhale up. Maybe you come only to a 45-degree angle. Exhale. And inhale back up. Maybe you come closer to the ground. Leg lifts. Beautiful work. Exhaling down, inhaling up. And then bringing both feet back up to straight and just one at a time. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale up. Exhale, left leg. Inhale up. And with one leg, you might go a little bit further. Keep pressing that top leg up towards the sky. It's going to get harder as we go along. And if you get to the point where you're only going 45, that's okay. Keep pressing out through both legs as straight as you can. I'm shaking now. You're probably shaking now. Just a couple more. You got this. And release. Pressing into the feet, releasing the hands. And rolling onto your side. We are gonna take some side planks. Sorry, I'm super thirsty this morning. I obviously rolled out of bed a little bit late. So coming onto your elbow, elbows stacked under shoulder. Forearm out in front of you, fingers spread wide, full palm on the mat. And then you're gonna choose for we're going to be coming up into side plank, your kickstand, or if you want to try with your feet stacked. When you look down, your feet are not quite straight behind you. There's a little angle. I was gonna throw a degree out there, but you know, like 20 degree, little angle. So choose that and then press up. And as you press up, we're gonna work on getting that hip stacked, one on top of the other, shoulders stacked, one on top of the other, continuing to press those hips up. So you're really crunching through the side here, your whole oblique, whole side body, very activated, pressing through that bottom foot, pressing through the elbow. Maybe you raise that top arm up. Breathing here. And release. Switching to the other side. Getting that alignment. Choosing your foot position. Preferably you choose the same one for each side. So we're working on balance here as well. And as you're ready, up. Again, stacking those hips, stacking those shoulders. Top arm comes up and press, crunching through the side and breathing. And release all the way to the mat. You've got just a few minutes. So go ahead and make your way onto your hands and knees. I'm going to switch back around to the side that I'm used to looking at myself from. You are welcome to face either way on your mat. Let's start with just a few cat-cows. Inhaling cow, exhaling, arching the spine into cat. And taking the time at the pace of your own breath. Especially if it's one of those stiffer mornings, we're not trying to shock our body into anything. We're just trying to gently open our body. Coming back to neutral spine. I'm gonna go ahead and basically end out with a little bit more core since today's supposed to be core, right? Go ahead and take that left foot back, right arm forward, lifting that left foot parallel to the mat, finding your balance, and on an exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. 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 And one more time, exhale, elbow to knee. And release. Right foot back, left arm forward. Up to parallel, finding that balance before exhale. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale. Really crunching that core in as you do. Kind of chest and hips come together, really rounding that spine. Just a couple more times. Last time. tucking those back toes under, pressing the hips up and back, down dog. Go ahead and take a wide down dog. Pinky toes come to the outside edges of the mat. Swiveling those feet out just enough so that you cannot see your heels. Maybe bending one and then the other. Opening through the back of the legs. Bending the knees, gazing forward, and walking your feet to your hands. Taking a couple breaths here once you get to forward fold. I'm feeling really tight in the back of the legs this morning personally. So I'm going to enjoy a couple movements, bending and straightening to kind of help me open up. You're welcome to do the same or just go straight into a fold. Now we're going to activate that core we've been working on, and we're going to come back up, nice flat back, nice strong core all the way up, reaching, clasping the hands, pointing those pointer fingers, pressing in through the feet, mini back bend, and straight up and pressing through the feet, keeping the hips in alignment, side bend. Inhale straight, exhale side bend, other side. Inhale straight, and exhale fold. Inhale flat back, and exhale place hands, step back into high plank. And inhale here, and then maybe knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale baby cobra, or up dog. Exhale back, child's pose. Inhale forward onto your hands and knees, making your way onto your back for our final few poses before Shavasana. And cross that left leg over the right. Inhale, right leg up, grabbing behind the thigh or front of the shin. If you do grab in front of the shin, make sure your shoulders can come back to the mat. If not, go ahead and release and just grab behind the thigh. Flexing that top foot, protecting that that knee. Waking up still. And release and switch. And up and grab. Yogi's choice. Flexing that top foot. Let's go ahead and switch that cross one more time, this time dropping both knees over to the right. If that left foot's on top, over to the right, gazing out over that left arm. through center. Cross the legs over to the other side. To the left, gazing out over your right. Inhale through center, drawing those legs out long, maybe grabbing a shirt or jacket or blanket or something if you want. We're only going to be here a couple minutes, but as our body starts to cool, sometimes that's helpful. Bringing your arms open at your sides and just taking a moment to drop into Shavasana. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, beginning to awaken your body back into this room, back into the present moment. And as you're ready, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet to the mat. From here, from bent knees, making your way onto your side for just a breath or two in fetal position. From here, beginning to push yourself up to seated. From seated, go ahead and bring your together, pressing them in, pressing the base of your thumbs into heart center. Just taking one last deep breath here. Namaste.